All right. So here we are, the first day of spring, right? So we're into spring officially. I'm going to have one of you start with our session by, saying the prayers. If you can get started, who would like to read the first prayer? All right, come on, somebody you guys has to volunteer. All right, Srinidhi, I'm going to volunteer you, okay?
Sure. Okay. O Parvatigar, the preserver and protector of all, you're without beginning and without end, non-dual, beyond comparison, and none can measure you. You're without color, without expression, without form, and without attributes. You're unlimited and unfathomable, beyond imagination and conception. You're eternal and imperishable. You're invisible, and none can see with eyes divine. You always were, you always are, and you always will be. You're everywhere. You're in everything. You're beyond everywhere. You're beyond everything. You're in the firmament and in depths. You're manifest and unmanifest, on all planes and beyond all planes. You're in the three worlds and beyond three worlds. You're imperceptible and independent. You're the creator of the Lords of Lords. You're knower of all minds and hearts. You're omnipotent and omnipresent. Your knowledge infinite, power infinite, and bliss infinite. You're the ocean of knowledge, all-knowing. You're all-knowing, infinite knowing, nor the past, present, and future. Your knowledge itself. You're all merciful, eternally benevolent. Your soul's one with infinite attributes. You're the Trinity of truth, the knowledge of bliss. You're source of truth, the ocean of love. You're the ancient one, the highest of high. You're Prabhu and Parameshwar. You're beyond God and beyond God also. You're Brahma, Allah, Eli, Yazdan, our Muzda, and God the Beloved. You're named Izzat, the only one worthy of worship.
Thank you, Srinidhi. Manasvi, would you like to read the next prayer?
Yes.
Go ahead.
We repent, O God, most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that ought not to have been spoken, for every deed done that ought not to have been done. We repent for every deed and word and thought inspired by selfishness, and for every deed and word and thought inspired by hatred. We repent most especially for every lustful thought and every lustful action, for every lie, for all hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for all slander and backbiting. Most especially also, we repent for every action that has brought ruin to others, for every word and deed that has given others pain, and for every wish that pain should befall others. In your unbound mercy, we ask you to forgive us, O God, for all these sins committed by us, and to forgive us for our constant failures, to think and speak and act according to your will.
All right, and the last one. Go ahead, Natya.
Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all hold fast to Baba's Dhamma until the very end. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Excellent, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in the prayers. All right. I would like to have this opportunity to present our two new hosts for today, right? Laya and Meher. They've been working very hard on their bit of this program. So you guys ready to go, Laya? Excellent. All right. So I'm going to mute myself and you should be able to share your screen.
Okay, hi guys, how are you? Good, okay, cool. So we're gonna be doing a presentation first and then a PowerPoint, okay? So we're going to be focusing on like the God realization and like Baba's mandali. So, okay, I'm going to start. So, who wants to read this? Anyone can read it.
I guess I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
God realization. Merwan, Baba's name at that time, was kissed on the forehead by one of the perfect masters, Hazrat Babajan. At this time, Baba was not aware of his human body, so he would go on doing normal things as he was told, but unconscious that he was in himself.
Okay, so basically, last week we learned that Baba John was the one that kissed Baba on the forehead, and that's when he like realized he was God, but he was not like aware that he was in his human body. So like his parents would ask him to go do things and stuff, and he would like walk around, and like his dad had a shop, and he would like go and like sweep the floor or something, but he was like unaware that he was doing it. Because he was like just confused. So like I'm just going to open this up for discussion. Like, do you think that like his siblings felt like like they weren't paid attention to because like his parents were so focused on him? Like, do you think that they felt like they were like how do you think they felt about this? We can open that up for discussion.
I think they like accepted that he was like the God, the one. I thought.
Okay.
Are you sure about that? Because I'd like to challenge that. Anybody else wants to challenge Shireen? Who wants to challenge Shireen?
Okay, I guess I will. I don't think they knew that he was God at that time.
Okay. What about
Like-
other opinions? Go ahead. Sorry, Srinidhi.
Like he was in a trance. That it was like right after Babajan kissed him, he was like in a trance, and he just like was unaware of everything. So nobody would know what was happening to him except for Babajan.
Mhm.
Yeah, and this happened for like 9 months. Like before he was like completely like aware of his human body too. He was acting like this for 9 months. So I feel like his parents probably gave their all their attention to him. So like what do you think? Do you think that they were upset, or do you think that they understood that?
I think they understood at the end. Maybe like, oh, he's acting so weird and stuff. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Who wants to challenge? Oh, sorry, let's, Laya, do you mind? Let's ask everyone what they think.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Natcha, what about you?
I think that. Can you come back to me?
So the question is, do you think that their siblings understood and they weren't upset that their parents probably paid most attention to Baba, or do you think that they like were okay with it?
I think they were okay with it. Most likely.
Okay. Who wants to share next? Meher, do you want to share? Do you want to try? What do you think?
I think like they were like really like confused on what's going on with Mirwan.
Okay, that's awesome. What about Manasvi?
I think they probably understood because Baba was acting weird and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like there's probably two sides of it. Like, they were probably like upset sometimes, but then they also like understood more towards the end, like Sahana said. Like they probably
Yeah.
like they were just like at the end, they were like, oh, okay, that's why. Okay, so Meher is going to talk about this part next. So
Suffering. Since Baba was in God realization, he was enduring the suffering of everyone around the world. He had no way of dealing with the pain, so he would bang his head on a rock.
yeah, so he would take this rock and he would just bang it on his head because he didn't know what else to do because he was in so much pain, like he just didn't understand anything. Like he was like, why is this happening to me? So he, after Baba John, he went to the 4 other perfect masters to receive guidance because he literally did not understand what was going on with him. So he went to Upasni Maharaj, and in this with him, when Baba was 19, Upasni Maharaj took a rock and threw it from 30 feet away right at the spot Baba Jan kissed Baba. So this is when Baba realized he was God in human form. So now he was aware of his human body and he was aware that he was God at the same time as he was also a human. So does anyone want to like share like if they thought that was interesting or anything?
I thought that was interesting because, like, it's weird um because I've heard something like that, and I'm like, and then I thought that he wouldn't like be God realized. I thought when he got the kiss, he was God realized, but now he is. So I never knew that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was asking my dad about it and he told me, I was like, oh, I feel like I knew that, but now I understand it more. So then he went to, there's 3 more perfect masters he went to for guidance. And these are the other 3. Have you guys heard of any of them? Yeah. Cool. So now so Meher, do you want to read this part?
For sure. Over the years, Baba gained followers which are called Mandali. Some of the siblings as well became Mandali. Others went off to get married and start families. They were at his aid whenever he needed, whenever he needed, and they did whatever he told. So some well-known Mandali.
Yeah, so I'm about to show some of the known Mandali, but like also a lot of his siblings became Mandali as well. So a lot of them went off and like got married and had kids, but like other than others stayed and were became like Mandali and they didn't get married and stuff. So I'm just going to show you some famous. So this is like most well-known. So Irich is another well-known Mandali for Baba. He has my dad shows me some of his like talks and stuff. So this is Mehera. So Baba and Mehera were like a Radha and Krishna. They were like really close and he had like a special love for her. So this is Mani. This is Baba's sister. Like I said, some of his siblings went off and got married and stuff. And then, but Mani was a part of his mandali. So this is another one of his followers. He wrote a book about, my dad actually made me read his book. It was like stories about his experiences with Baba. And he was also the story, it was the story that they told last week where he like couldn't, where he had to like, he couldn't move and he was on night duty. So this is the book about him. So this is like, it's a song that includes like a lot of Baba's like mandali and family are like they sing or like they talk in it. So I can share it in the chat later, but that's something that you can try to like find their voices in it. So let me just stop sharing. Okay, so does anyone have any questions or want to discuss anything before we do the Kahoot?
Hey, Laya.
Yeah.
I love your presentation. Thank you. Do you mind sharing it again? Because I think we could spend a little more time on each one of the slides. I think there are some maybe tidbits that you or Meher can share. What do you guys think? Or even some discussions. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so could we go to, I think, do you mind going down the slides?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you had asked, right, about the family members and stuff like that. How many of you guys knew that his mother was actually really, really concerned and for the longest time had a hard time accepting Baba as, God in human form? Can we talk about that? Do you have any stories? Anyone know any stories that they want to share?
Well, we read one last week called The Kiss, but there's this other story where after I got the kiss and stuff, after like a couple of weeks or something, his mom went to Baba John and she said that in the book she said that well, not in the other book we read last week, but another book that I have, and she's like, what are you doing to my son? And then and then Baba John said that he is not only your son, he is, I think, like the whole world's son, something like that.
Very nice. How many of you knew that story? Good job, Sahana. Thank you for sharing that.
I think it was talked about last week, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, so that's cool. What about any other stories? Any other interesting ones that maybe Shireen or Manasvi or anybody else can share?
I think I remember a story that
Go ahead, Laya. Yeah.
when Baba's older brother like died, his mom was like really upset, obviously, but like he started handing out sweets to everybody and trying to be like positive about it, and she got mad at him. She's like, why are you doing this? Your brother literally just died. So it shows that she was like really confused why he would try to be positive for everything. And yeah.
Do you remember what he said, Laya, to his mom and the mandali?
No, I don't remember what he said, but I just do remember that she got mad at him.
Yeah, so you're right. He did distribute sweets, but then his mom exactly got really upset and she's like, what are you doing? And she goes, this is a time to celebrate because he is now eternally in me and he is so happy, right? Because that's what we all kind of want, right? To become a part of the eternal one. So when you get to that stage, you experience all eternal bliss. What does bliss mean? Does anybody know? Manasvi, do you know what bliss means?
No, I don't know what bliss means.
Okay, anybody else knows what bliss means?
Isn't it like something without suffering?
Yeah, what's the opposite of suffering?
Bliss.
Happiness, eternal happiness. So blissful is you're so happy that you can't contain yourself, essentially. So that's why Baba knew, right? Like once he realized he was God in human form. And why would you think his mom had such a hard time accepting that? What do you guys think?
Because of all the pain he went through early on with Baba John.
Okay. Now, how would you guys feel if you went to your mom tomorrow and said, hey, I am God in human form? What do you think she would react like in general, not, out of the Baba context?
I feel like, Mom, I think you'd feel like I feel like you say, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a feeling, Mom. I feel like you would say, yeah, yeah, that's nice. Until we actually show you.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how you show it though.
Shireen and Meher's mom? What do you guys think how your mom would react if you went tomorrow and said, hey, Guess what? I'm God. Okay, let's like that's what I'm saying. It's a hard concept to digest, right? Laya, what do you think? What would your mom say?
She wouldn't believe me. She'd be like,
Right, exactly.
she'd be like, you're being crazy.
Which is what, Shireen thought. She thought like her son went crazy, right? Because think about it. He got hit on the, forehead with the rock, and then he's just his eyes are open, right? Staring at the wall. He has no idea what's happening. None of the doctors can cure him. What happens when you guys fall sick? How does your mom act?
She gives you ibuprofen or Tylenol or something.
I know,
like that.
but how does she act? Not the medicines you're getting.
Are you okay?
She'd be worried.
Right. What about Shireen and Meher? How does your mom act when you guys get sick? Is she always still smiling?
Yeah, she would be like worried. Yeah, stressed.
That's right. What about Nadia? How does your mom act?
Mine would be worried and stressed as well.
Yeah. Manaswi, what about you?
Did me?
Yeah. When you're sick, how does your mom act? Is she like baking cakes for you, or is she worried?
Definitely worried.
Yeah. How about you, Ayan?
Well, when my mom is sick, she'll say,
Not when your mom is sick, when you're sick.
oh, when I'm sick, my mom tells me to stay in bed. And half the time it's on a weekday. And she doesn't even let me watch TV or play video games.
No, but the point is she throwing a party and happy, or is she worried?
I can get onto it.
Okay. Never mind then. So you guys all understand that, right? So that's why she was worried. And she went to Baba Jan and started fighting with her, right? Saying, what did you do to my son? Right? Like Sahana said. So that was one thing I really liked. Now, what about his dad? How do you think his dad reacted, guys?
I think his dad acted, I feel like he would have been more chill about it because he was only staying in the desert for like 30 days without anything. So I feel like he could understand if it was and the way he was acting, because his dad probably acted like that at one point.
Interesting. What about the rest of you guys? I'm not going to pick on names. I just need everyone to participate, okay?
His dad wasn't worried. He already knew that Baba was God.
Yeah, okay. Natya?
I agree with everyone else. I don't think the dad would be worried at all. Yeah, I don't think he would.
Yeah, he was always silent, right? And
I think he would I think he would be a bit surprised and then just wear it off.
Because do you remember what the story is? Exactly what Manasvi said. What did God, after that 40 days, did he complete those 40 days? What happened, Srinidhi? Tell us.
No, he didn't. He only was able to be in the circle for like 30 days. Yeah, 30 days.
Then? But what happened after that?
Then I think didn't God like come and say that you can't get God but in this life, but your son will be God.
Exactly.
I feel like I've heard something where like he hit his head on like something, and then he like saw that something would say that like his child would be like God. So I feel like he was a little more like less surprised and expecting it more than she was, and she was just probably a lot more worried.
Exactly, right? So he knew all along that, okay, in exactly what Srinidhi said, in this life, he couldn't attain what he was looking for, but his son would get it, right? And isn't there a story, like you said, because he's fasting, that, somebody actually came and gave him water, and then he heard all of this. It was kind of, I would say, almost like, not necessarily hallucinating, but you know what I mean? But you're right, he did hear that voice, right? So I agree with you guys. So Baba's father always knew that, this was the son, right? And he was just always really quiet. And I believe I've also heard stories, and please, anyone jump in here who, and correct me, any of the adults here. But, his mother, Shireen Mai would go and say to Sherry, our son is not doing well. How are you so calm all the time? Right? Like she would be like upset that her husband wasn't as worried as she was. Right? So anything else you guys want to share? I think this is a really great discussion.
Yeah, does anyone want to share anything else? Like any stories?
I know a story.
Go ahead.
So the day before Baba's mom birthed Baba, she had this dream about all these people pulling a chariot with this person who was like really supposed to be like eternal and powerful. And then they were all praying, and then she woke up and she told her mom, and then her mom said that her son would be like that.
Yeah. And did her dream come true?
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. You're right. All right, guys. Let's go to the next slide. I think this is great.
When are we gonna play the Kahoot?
We'll get there. There's a lot of time. We have another half an hour. Hey, so one of the things, did you guys know the story? Did you know if all of his siblings, I know you guys went back and forth a little bit, but I believe it is Jal, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe Shalaja, you can correct me. Do you guys know that story where he asked Baba, if he was really God, and then I think Baba put like a hot coal in his hand or something like that? Is that the right story?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but I
that's
think you got the right brother.
I think so,
And-
right?
Yeah, I think you got the right brother because Jal was one of his first Mandalis.
That's
that
right.
went with him. Yeah, and when Money was like 5, he
Mhm.
won. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did Baba do? What was the test to prove to Baba, to prove to Jal that he was God? Shalaja, you want to share?
So what is the question, Shilpa?
No, I was saying, so how did Baba prove to Jal that he was God? What did Jal, I guess, how did Jal challenge Baba? Do you guys know that?
I don't remember.
I think it was the one with the hot coal. And he said, well, if you're really God, I'm going to put this hot coal in my hand and I won't feel pain. So Baba said, oh, okay. And I hope I'm not mistaking the sibling. Sorry. But I believe that's the story. And then the whole time that, Baba was in front of him, he didn't feel it. And then the moment Baba, like he took it off, that's when he started feeling the burning sensation, right? So then Baba came and applied, then Jal started crying and he said, I'm so sorry. I should have never doubted you. And, Baba, came and put medicine on his hand and took care of him. And he says, okay, you know what? Never doubt me again. Right? Did you guys know this story? There's some really cool stories out there. All right. Let's see. What else?
That's nice, Shilpa. Thanks.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to share you guys. Have you guys seen that stone that he banged his head on?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, can you share? Do you have the picture?
I tried to actually look for it the other day.
I'm looking for it too. So what would happen? Like how many times a day? Why would he bang his head, guys? Do you know?
Maybe because like he didn't know what was happening to him. He was hurting so much, so he just like banged his head on a stone to try to make it go.
Yeah, his head used to hurt a lot. I found the picture. There we go. Can you see it?
I found it too.
Oh, you did. Okay. Do you want to share it instead of me? I can.
Yeah, I can see it now. See it.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like he would feel all the suffering of the whole world. Think about it. When you guys, when you guys are in pain, what do you get most of the time? When you're stressed out, what happens to you?
Headaches.
Headaches. That's right. Yes, Meher.
You feel kind of frustrated
Mm-hmm.
and like uncomfortable.
That's right. So now think about it. Now he's feeling not just his pain, but the whole humanity's pain. Do you know what the population of the world is, Soham?
7.6 billion.
Are you sure? I think it's more than that.
No, it's like almost 8 billion, or I think he's right. But like back then it was a little less, but it's still
Yeah.
a lot.
It was probably 1 billion, probably.
Yeah. So it's crazy, right? Like if you can feel the pain of almost 8 billion people, how would you feel in your head? So he had to alleviate that by hitting his head, and he would start bleeding. So for the longest time, you'd see pictures of him with like a, band, like a cloth band-aid on his head, right? All right. Okay. Laya, let's go through more. I think this is fantastic.
1 second, I need to go. Okay,
So there are some very interesting stories about Hazrat Babajan. Anybody would like to share anything? Actually, you know what we could do? I know like you guys are excited to play Kahoot, but maybe the next pair of the tweens, maybe we could use that as an opportunity to learn more about each perfect master. What would you guys say about that? I think that'd be cool, right? A cool research topic, a little bit of story on each one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Okay. So, Laya, any other questions you have for your wonderful friends here and family?
not about the perfect masters.
Okay, but anything else?
This story, did you guys think this was interesting? How he threw it at the spot where he got kissed. And then that's when he like realized that he was God in human form.
Yeah. And all his suffering actually came down, right? I think Baba was suffering for like 9 years or something like that, or 7.
Longer.
Yeah, something crazy. So, how would you feel if you were walking in and you saw that happen? Just imagine yourself during that time and you're with Baba, and then the Baba goes to see Upasni Maharaj. Who tells him to go see Upasni? Do you remember?
No.
You could hear it from there.
What's that, Sahana?
Oh, she said you could hear it from there.
There's an echo.
Okay, Srinidhi, do you remember who tells him to go see Upasni?
No, I don't remember.
It's Sai Baba who says go see Upasni.
Sai Baba was alive at that time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's cool.
So the first thing, he goes into Upasni Maharaj is staying at the Khandoba temple, right? And it's a really interesting and crazy story about all about Upasni Maharaj. But can you imagine if you were there with Baba, he walks into the temple, and then what do you guys do when you see a person? How do you greet them?
Hi.
Yeah. Do you
Hello.
throw stones?
Huh?
Right? So we'd feel so strange seeing that interaction, right? If it was us saying, oh, hey, instead of say, hey, how's it going? Here, let me throw a stone at you. But this is where we are different from the perfect masters, right? Right? Because we're on this level and they are somewhere up there. So think about that, right? Whenever sometimes actually, let's take a step down. How many guys understand exactly why your parents make certain decisions for you guys that you don't like? Do you understand that? Or do you say, hey, if they say, you know what, you want to go to your friend's house and it's 7 o'clock in the evening, it's getting dark, but they say, no, you can't. How many of you guys just say, oh, okay, mommy or daddy, and we're okay with it? How many of you guys are like upset? So let's understand that.
Um, Sorry.
I'd get upset.
Same. Like, give me 1 minute.
I probably wouldn't because
I would.
I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't feel upset because it makes sense not to go at 7 p.m.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
what about at 4 p.m.?
Okay, yes, I'd be
Okay.
pretty upset.
Okay, yeah. But like, it would depend on my mood.
For me, it would depend on what kind of day it is. If it's like a day which I wanted to spend with family, then I probably wouldn't be too upset. But if it was like not a family day and we were having some sort of fight, then I'd be pretty upset and then continue the fight. And another thing I would do is it depends on what kind of friend, how good of a friend you are to them. Like, tell my friend Jack, for example, we barge into his house a few times. Oh yeah, we do that a lot. They do it to us, we do it to them. Doesn't matter, we don't care. And we still have fun.
Okay. So Soham, you're gonna say something?
No.
Okay. So what about Manasvi? What do you think?
I'd definitely be upset. Very, very upset.
But do you guys understand why your parents are telling you certain things that are really upsetting you?
Not really.
To protect us, I guess.
Yes.
Not really protect, but you need to set limits because we need to learn.
Okay. But you don't necessarily have to like it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Shireen and Meher? Shireen never gets
Yeah,
upset,
they
right?
just like they protect us.
Right. So now think about it, right? So when Upasni Maharaj took the stone and threw it at Baba's head, right exactly where the spot that Hazrat Baba Jan kissed him, for anybody who didn't know that Baba was suffering for all of these years, right? What would it look like that, oh my God, why is this guy doing this? Is he
It
crazy?
looks like he's
or what?
abusing him.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like he's abusing him. But Upasni Maharaj knew how much Baba was suffering. So he did that to kind of like almost knock it off and bring it down, right? To alleviate his pain. Now, think about it, right? Like if you have a splinter in your hand or leg, what do you have to do to get that splinter out?
Like,
You need to heat up a pin on a stove and stick it through that person. I had that experience a day ago.
Okay.
It was not pleasant.
You
Right.
have to take a pin and then stick it inside the place where there's a splinter. I don't.
Right. And what can happen sometimes when you're doing
It
that?
bleeds. It definitely bleeds. I had that experience when I was in kindergarten.
Okay. Anybody else had the splinter experience?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
So basically, so Upasani Maharaj used to throw stones at Baba, right?
No, only that one time,
Oh,
not on a daily basis.
Okay. It probably reminded him of his pain of banging his head on the stone.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So what happens is because these are perfect masters. Guys, do you know what perfect masters are? Why are they called perfect masters? I mean, why am I not called perfect master? What's the
Maybe
difference?
because like you haven't realized God yet.
Correct. Right. So a perfect master is somebody like you and me who has to go through God knows how many millions of lifetimes, right? Birth and life and death, life and death, right? You're born and you get older and you die again and you come back again. You have to go through all of those millions of births before you realize that, hey, I've been going through all of these, but I'm actually God, right? How many of you actually feel like you're God every day or even for 1 second a day? Shireen, do you feel like you're God every minute of the day or maybe even a second a day?
Not really, but like sometimes I feel like I'm great, like something higher. I don't know.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. How about you, Laya?
No.
What do you think you are? Like, remember when Meherina auntie came a few months ago, and she said, she asked us who all we were, and what did she call herself? Anybody remember?
Oh, I forgot.
Any, do you remember, Sahana or Soham or Ayan? She said, I am eternal.
Yeah.
Right? Aren't we all eternal? I mean, we are, but the problem is we're all too kind of tied up, right? We're always thinking I, me, mine. Oh my God, I have to get up. I have to go to school. I have to, like, brush my teeth, and oh, I have a headache. Oh no, I tripped and fell. I'm bleeding. Oh my God, I'm in pain. Do you ever think that, oh, God is in pain? No, we don't think like that, right? So
I have a question.
yes, Soham.
Oh, Mom, you finish first, and then I'll ask.
Okay, so these are all the people who went from the I, they went away from it, and they realized that they were a part of the whole eternal, right? That's what made them, they became God realized, meaning they realized that they themselves were God, and that's why they became perfect masters. So at that time, can you imagine, like right now, you only know what you're thinking. Srinidhi, do you know what Laya's thinking?
No.
Laya, do you know what Sahana's thinking?
No.
Right. We don't know what we're thinking, but when you become a perfect master, or even, close to it, you actually realize the knowledge, but between one person or the other, right? So there are stories where there was this one guy who went with a list of questions to Baba, and he's like, I'm going to interrogate him, and I'm going to ask all of these questions. And then Baba, remember, was signing, so somebody would actually explain or give the questions to him, or answers, right? And before that person who was going to interrogate Baba, because he wanted to see, is he really a great guy like he says he is, he had all of his questions answered, and he never even opened up the paper that he was going to ask questions from, right? So just know that there are people out there, or I would say there are souls out there who is able to do all of these great things. So Soham, I'm going to go to your question, and then we'll jump to the Kahoot.
Oh, right. My question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between eternal and external?
Eternal is forever, everlasting. External is outward.
Oh.
Okay. All right, guys. I think this was awesome. This is great discussion. Laya, you guys ready for your Kahoot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are ready.
Okay. So Meher is going to talk the most during it. I'm just going to share my screen during it.
Okay. Perfect.
He's going to like read out the questions. So let me just give me a sec. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, if you guys want to get another device or split your screen, that works. So this is the game pin. And I can turn off the music. Wait, I don't know what, okay. Is everyone in? Okay, is everyone in? Should I start?
Please don't start. I lost it.
Okay.
I don't see Natya.
I can't get in.
What do you mean?
It's not letting me on another tab.
No, you have to get a phone or split your screen. Here, one second. Just give me 2 minutes.
So who wants to share a funny story in the meantime?
Can I?
Yeah, Soham just named his thing Soham Blow.
All right. So I have a really funny story.
Nice. What's the funny story? Why don't you tell us?
Sorry, I am.
I hope it's appropriate because this is being recorded.
Oh no, don't worry. So when people are stalking you.
Guys,
Sorry.
it's not trying to move around. We need to go on with
Sorry.
the session, right?
So
Dude, there's 12 minutes left.
sorry. So this funny story where I was well I mean it's not that funny. I was just playing in like a store and I was hiding. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's not funny, but
You play in the store.
and then sorry. And then I was hiding near the clothes on those racks. That's it. It's not
That's
funny
great.
at all.
All right, anybody else want to share a joke? Meher, do you have a joke for us?
No.
Guys, from now on, everybody needs to come prepared with one joke.
Okay, guys, ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna start it. Okay.
What age was Baba when he found out he was God realized? Oh my God, they're answering so quickly. There's like 4 answers. There's like 4 people who answered. Oh my God, there's 6 people who answered.
Okay. This is the leaderboard. Okay, number 2.
Where did Baba meet Laya and Meher?
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Yeah.
What
So
is
that's-
Kid Gone?
I don't know, actually. Meher, do you know?
No.
The place that Maharaj used to live in.
I didn't even know this was a place in India. I didn't know Kid Gone was a place in India.
Okay, next. Okay, Shireen's in the lead right now. Manasvi was in the lead first, but okay.
Who said that I am giving these to Marwan?
Yeah,
That was a hard one.
yeah, it was.
Wait, Laya, talk about that before you go to the next question. What
Yeah,
are I'm giving these to Marwan?
It was Meher's question, so.
Meher, what was given to Marwan?
The keys.
Oh, not these. The keys, Keys.
Yeah.
Oh. I typed it wrong then.
Okay. So what are the keys for the car?
Not too sure about that.
Universal
My
key.
dad just told me.
Wait, who said that? Who said the universal
Me.
keys?
Me.
Oh, Manasvi, yes, you're right. It is the key to the universe. That's absolutely right.
Okay. Oh, Manus is back in the lead.
Oh my goodness. Manasvi's cracking these, huh?
True or false? I think there are 7 people or 8 people in the Kahoot, so. Yeah, this was oh, okay. Which of these people are not perfect masters? Good job. That's his mom. So, oh, Soham's in the lead.
Oh, Soham.
What were Baba's followers called? Good job. That was easy one. Good job, guys. Okay. Okay. Who said, okay, I think this was
This is easy.
yeah. Okay. Where did Upasni Maharaj throw the rock at Baba? Yep, good job. That was also a pretty easy one. Okay, last question. Who wrote the book that shared many experiences with Baba? This was in the PowerPoint or the. Yep. Okay, so let's see on the podium.
Third place is Shireen. Second place is Sahana. First place is Manasvi. Nice.
Yay!
Guys.
Congratulations.
Oh my God, we have a clown here. So guys, what do you think of this? How did you like it? I think Laya and Meher did a fantastic job. And I'm
Good job, guys. That was
Good job.
good job.
That
Good
was
job.
a lot of fun.
You have the approval of
We had a
the
lot
thumbs
of
up.
fun looking at that.
They're also 3 monkeys sitting together, so they're bound to have fun, right?
Weehoo!
Gotta go.
So
How did you make it gone?
So I'm actually very impressed with you guys' knowledge. I love the stories and the interaction. So Laya, what did you guys think? You and Meher, I would love to hear some words from you two.
Yeah, it was nice to like just find more information from sources like family and stuff. And also like look up more information and put it all together.
And also learn more about Meher Baba and his life.
Yeah, what did you think of the stories that we were talking about in between from like,
It was nice.
I think Manasvi had a few. Nacha, you had some stories, and Sahana shared some too, right?
Yeah, I also like the discussion that we had.
Yes, I love it. I think this is going to be our new platform, where people come together and then we have a great discussion, right? Okay, so next week, who wants to go together? We still have Shireen, Manasvi, and Natya who have not gone. Anybody who wants to pair up? I think we've been talking a lot about Meherwan, etc., but I think also it's really interesting to find out a little more on each one of the perfect masters. What do you guys think? There's some really interesting stories about Hazrat Baba Jan, etc. So Shireen, are you interested in maybe pairing up with someone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Manasvi, are you available next week? Who's available next week?
I am.
You are? Do you want to pair up with Shireen?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So guys, I think this is going to be the next forum going on, right? So we are going to be on the 28th of March next week. And after which we're going to see if we can get a few more guests to come and in April. But just wanted to find out also, how are we placed with vacations and stuff like that? I know you guys have spring break coming along. So is that next week? Who's all going to be available next week, March 28th?
Yeah, me and Natya I don't think are available next week because of spring break.
Okay, and I think Ayan's also not available, right? What about Trinity, Manasvi?
Yeah. We had spring break like last week. Yeah, we had spring break last week.
Okay. Well, I think the show must go on. So let's continue, because so I think it'll be great to pair up Shireen with Manasvi next week. And, we can always, it'll be recorded so you guys can always catch up on what you guys missed, right? So that'll be good. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. We have a minute to go.
Also, if you want to watch the J-Ho and look up a little bit more on it, the song. So like basically we're just listening to song, but we gotta see what's the details about it.
Sure. You know what? Let's play that next week, right? That'll be a good idea. Okay.
Shilpata?
Yes.
So I have something to say.
Okay.
Get going.
Sorry, really.
They're just delirious, the three of them. So I think that's great. How do you guys like this format? How do you like this whole interaction and each one of you go and researches and comes back and then we get to watch some videos? How do you guys like that? Awesome. I'm so happy. Guys, Laya and Meher, fantastic job. We'll miss some of you next week. I know you guys are all going on either vacations or something like that.
Great job, guys. Really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you want to tune in, we're more than happy to have you. All right. Thanks, everyone. Jai, Meher, Baba. Have a wonderful time.
Jai Baba.
Bye-bye. Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Baba.
Well done, Laya and Meher.
Did
I saw
anybody
the
have
quiz.
a
It was fabulous.
Thank you.
Did anybody have a joke though?
Yes.
Get going.
Who's got
Who's
one
got-
last joke? Huh?
Who's got a joke?
Uh-oh.
They're all disappearing. Oh, joke. See you later.
Masnavi. Okay, I guess all the jokesters are gone.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that Murali's, was he on?
Yeah.
Hi, Jeff. Jay Baba.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a few centuries.
Yes.
I think it was back in the 1700s.
Yeah. When
Previous life.
when Upasani Maharaj was still praying for Baba.
That's it.
Hey, good.
I do have to share one fact. I'm sure Jeff or Angelo or Dr. Jayashree would have seen this. But that one stone where Baba banged his head, it's under glass now. But when I went to it the first time, I was halfway into Baba at that time. The background, mostly Hindu and whatnot. So on my first trip there, we met the twins.
Yeah, Saurabh and Rustam.
Shorab and Rustam's mom interviewed. She says, "Go see Baba's stone. It's in the room." And then they unlocked it, and the whole rock was there, sitting exposed. It was not under glass. It was right there, and I put my head on it and bow down. I thought of Baba, and then the next minute, some of those title scenes in Star Wars. It's all dark in there, stars. And I'm like, what happened? So I take my head off. The second time I did it, it's the same thing. So I said, oh, and slowly Baba, kind of bled into my life, I guess. Yeah.
What an experience.
I know. That's going to India, to Meherabad, stopping there is like really touching Baba's intimate presence so powerfully in that room.
Right.
It's
Is this is in Pune, right? Still?
Yeah.
Yes, it's in the Baba house.
Now the rock is under glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still powerful.
We were so close.
Yeah. It goes right through the plastic.
Yes, it. Shocking. How does that happen?
Oh, hey, Merle, good.
We got just the briefest glimpse of you.
No, it was like there and gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like that experience with Baba.
Yeah. Just.
No, but the kids were fantastic. It was great.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Very nice.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really so wonderful what you're doing.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
All children. This is
I get to listen to them.
Jeff, just one thing to share with, because you're on this Zoom session. Remember the time you came here and sang songs and gave your experiences, or told it was a talk here? I finally got to digitize those tapes. COVID and lockdowns are helping my digitization of all these 8mm tapes. So got a part series in there.
That would be that would be neat to see, because one of the things I shared there was Baba's work with women Mandali that they used to have me tell in Mandali Hall.
Yes.
And it was.
Can I get on that? Because it is Women's History Month. We should do that.
Oh, yeah. Do it. It's something they had me share. I don't know, because I know that Murley was filming that, but whether he filmed that particular thing, because it was a whole weekend.
Was it at our house or was it at Pamela's house?
It was at your place.
Okay, then we have the whole thing.
Yeah, and it was, I think, down in your basement or.
Right. It was in that basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably review it and see if I can put that section and see if we can launch it next Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, see if Shilpa send it to Shilpa and
Yeah, that'd be great. You know what? Because I've been wanting to celebrate Women's History Month, and maybe we can do that even like early April. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
We're important after all.
Yeah, you'll see if it's on. If it is something that you actually taped, but.
Yeah, I think I'll have to just check and see, because I put it all on mute and just go 10 feet away and just work hard, do my work. Office.
Yeah. How long is the video up in there?
That thing is about at least an hour. It's 2 tapes, so it's almost like hour and 20 minutes, but not the entire thing. We can just take that one portion where the discussion. And I have to look at that.
That'd be so awesome, right?
If it's there, if it's not, I can remember. And
well, we can play that. Then you can do the Q&A on it or something.
Yeah.
We'll do another Kahoot.
Yeah.
Great.
Good.
Good to see you, Pinaya. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to see you all.
If anyone wants to know what my dad looks like, he looks like Murli.
Yeah, like twin brother.
Yeah. Jeff, you wanted a joke. So Ayan, who was in the group, he came up to us once when we had a Christmas gathering, and both my brother and I were there, and he's seen us before, but he came up and he said, "Hey, are you guys twins?" And both brothers, we both looked at each other, had a smile, and then I said to him, "Yes, we're twins, but about 19 months apart." He's like, "Oh." Then Soham was smarter. He was just like, he turned to me and he says, "When is your birthday?" And my brother answered, he gave the date, he said December so and so. And then he looked at me and I said, "Yes." And then he says, "No, but you paused." I said, "Well, I can't disrespect my other twin brother. I'll just have to let him talk."
That's great.
That is great. Smart kid. Smart kid.
Yeah, they're too smart today. I mean, they need a little naivete and ignorance,
But they had a great time with that word "keragao." I don't know why that was so funny.
It sounds like as if it's from Thailand or something. So
Yeah. They even said, "Is that even in India?"
Kedgown?
Yeah, where Nara and Maharaj is from. Right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
guys, thank you so much, Jai Baba.
Thank you.
Okay, yep. Hey, Baba. Yeah. Merle, great to see you. Now look at some of these.
Jai Baba.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jay.